Hey, what is good, everyone? I've been absent. I've been gone for a few days, and it's for a good reason, but I guess the topic of today's video is where do we see Joule and Crystal prices going? Obviously, we broke the $4 resistance line, if you can call it that, and we've just been trending downwards ever since, right? Joule is at a whopping $4. So as predicted, we're getting closer and closer to the 1-to-1 ratio. Right now it looks like it's a 1 to 1.6-ish ratio. I'm curious what it is. So 4.42 divided by, let's just say 3.03 is what I saw. So it's a 1.4. It's pretty expected, to be honest with you guys, just because this was a pretty regular hype pump and dump, if I may call it, right? But anyways, do we see Joule going to $1? Let me answer with some of my opinions first, right? Because I personally don't, and yes, I'm invested in this asset, and obviously I don't want to see it go down, but let's take a look at this. And hopefully I don't share a little bit too much or expose anything. But yeah, X shout out to him. Mal's one of my good friends, one of the first guys I ever met in DFK, and this is a buy that just happened yesterday. $1 million worth of Joule at a price of $3.19. And obviously we've trended downwards ever since. Let's take a look at it a little bit more. I'm not one of those guys that want to do TA and graph it out, because we all know that TA works to only a certain extent. And to be honest, it only works to the obvious extent, in my opinion, where it hits a resistance point, it's going to bounce. It's just what it is. Let's check out the buy orders for today, sell orders. 26 is today, obviously. 25th was yesterday. We had that huge buy order come in. Because a different person. $3.38. And it's trended downwards ever since. So I'd love to see the dates and times. This is 8 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning for me. So this happened within this is right here, the last 3 hours. And this might be the cheapest we see Joule. Or we break past this and it just keeps going down and down and down, right? Which I personally just really doubt. Let's take a look at Ethereum trends. Sure. Gainers, losers. Let's just look at Ethereum. Ethereum's at 2,800. Bitcoin's at 38. Yeah, I mean, this is just what's probably going to happen. Every single time it touches this, it's going to keep bouncing and bouncing back. That's what I see happening for at least the next few hours. And obviously NFA, non-financial advice. I'm just trying to see how I should buy in, because I certainly see this going upwards as well. It's either going to be a flat line, up and down, like I said, or it's going to go up gradually. Because this is what happened within the last few hours, since 5 a.m. I'm going to buy a little bit right now, actually, because I do want to stay by my word, and it's not about the ego of me saying, okay, I'm going to do this, so I should do it. There's no pressure behind it. I was going to do this anyways. And I wasn't expecting to actually do a video today. Okay, this account only has not too much. So we're just going to max this out. And I do want to get a buy-in at 3.01. I think I have a decent amount of 1. So if I... These are the things I kind of look at. Too lazy to do the math, so I'm going to go over here to the wrap 1. This will get me 66 Joule at 29.18, 29.35. I would like to see it hit to 18. But since this is a buy order of probably a lower amount. 35, 34. I'll take 34. Cheaper than 35. Okay, yeah, it's already gone up a little bit. But obviously we're not going to predict these 1 or 2 cents over here. We're not going to play that. We're just going to see this go in because obviously I am doing a bit of dollar cost averaging. And am I still doing summoning? Yes, I am still doing it. It is by far the thing that kind of changed. Yes, my situation financially. Like I got into this project purely for fun. I just wanted to figure it out, but the nerd inside of me, the analytical side of me, and the min-maxer inside of me just couldn't help but figure out what's best. And to be honest, this is the price of $5. And most of the activity I've done is where Joule is higher than $5. So I did want to explain that real quickly as some of you smart guys are very curious of what this number is. Obviously, I made some videos back when Joule was $10, $11, $9. Let's just say that this is a conservative estimate. I would really like to say, because obviously I've charted all of these one by one myself, I really like to say that I know that the number is more so 6.5, 7, 5.5 at worst, but I want to put 5 just to be conservative, and I don't want to ever inflate any numbers because it just ruins my own P&Ls myself. And I honestly gain nothing off of inflating my numbers. I want to talk about that because I think not enough YouTubers do that. I don't really even consider myself a YouTuber. I consider myself an investor and a player of this game, and I want to share the love to you guys. If I learned something, happy to share it to you guys because my friends get mad at me for sharing alpha, but I don't even know why it's alpha in the first place. I think everyone should be able to make money from this if they're willing to learn, right? I think that's a fundamental principle that I live by. Like if you're willing to work hard and learn it, you should find. I think you should be able to make money. Anyways, that's besides the point here in this video today. Looks like we hit. What is that? $800. A bit more in here. I just pulled out around 10 grand into this game. Like this is just all the money I've made through flipping and summoning. It just I just have this Joule. And obviously I'm eating this ride all the way down to $3. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Do I like this? 3.02. Again, $2 fee. Yeah. I could live by that. That's a good buy-in. But I'm most likely going to make a video if I see it go anything lower. If we $2.50, Don't expect to see a video, but I do hope to make it just to kind of, okay, what do I do now, right? Cool, cool, cool. And I'm gonna see if I can, ooh, okay. So it looks like we locked in 3.02. I don't know. I'm so excited seeing it go to 0.04. All right, let's stop looking at that because we can look at that all day. Cool. So I have a bit to work with here. And I'm curious. I'm thinking. Haven't looked at gold for a bit. Let's do a little gold analysis together. Oh yeah, and by the way, for those that are still here, yes, I'm gonna do some summoning in this video. Yes, we're gonna do some exciting stuff on this video. So if you want to skip ahead, you can. But I think staying and hanging out with me is also not too bad. Because I'm gonna go over to Crystal Vale as well. It's been a while since I've done that. Gold. Yeah, we could sell the gold. I'm just doing what I think is right. So if you guys want to sell gold as well, feel free. Obviously, I'm not selling 300,000 gold, so it doesn't affect it too much. I'm thinking to swap it to maybe not Joule. Let's just keep it in 1 for now. We're gonna let that load up and go over here in the meantime. Yeah, I don't know if you guys just saw that fee. That's something I want to go over real quickly. Assuming that DFK tracker is still working, this should be my address of my main account. The other 2 accounts, don't really want to go over it. So when you go to the marketplace, obviously you're exchanging fees. And I'm assuming that a lot of people don't know that sometimes you pay quite a bit of fees. And usually the main amount of fees that let's see, $91 of USDC paid. Total fees is around almost $300, $273. And people think that, you know, these Harmony transactions are, you know, a cent or less than a cent, and they are. But when you get into LPs and stuff like that, well, let's see if we can do a good example. So if we were to swap Joule into USDC, you pay a liquidity provider fee of 2 Joule. In this case, it's $6 here, but back then, I mean, that's like 20 bucks, right? So it adds up. So that's something to keep in mind, because if you're just gonna keep it in gardens for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, short term, that's something to keep in mind, because you're paying that fee, right? And am I in gardens? I am. So let's check it out. Okay, so we are at, wow, 67% unlocked right now. So because the epoch cycle, one of them ended yesterday, I'm going to do a claim. Actually, I'm not, because I'm working with enough liquidity, but maybe in 6 days. And what is 36, right? 36 plus 17. 36 times 3 right now is 100 bucks. which is not that much money. He's just gonna help kind of hedge a little bit as you kind of ride down. Because obviously, if you're working with $1,000, right, and it goes down 10%, you just lost $100, right? And let's look at the APR right now. 300%. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people have moved. Good to know. Let's go over to C chain or DFK chain. See what's going on. I do also have a extra to Joule position. It's gone down to 800. Wow. There's no impermanent loss here with, you know, just Joule to being Joule, and obviously you're just going down with it from, you know, $4 to 3. 800%. That's good. 17 and 143. Cool. Am I in Joule? Yes. And I think I explained this on a few videos already, but this is one of the most illogical plays I'm making because the return is also illogical. The snapshot for XCrystal has ended yesterday. And today is actually going to be the day that I withdraw all of it. Okay, so I want to make this another video, okay? Because it's going to be a pretty good video in itself, but we started here. But I do want to close out this video with a summon. Let's see. By the way, I just picked up this knight and this warrior. They're both miners. And guess what? They are both DR1 mining, R1 thief, 4 mutation chances. 93.75% chance of mining. The first one, we hit a warrior common 2x miner. And believe it or not, okay, it sold for 150. I was personally just really surprised, and I think it's just really selling it to people that don't have enough for Gen 1s, and they're working with the lower budget, sure. But it's a really cool thing that, yeah, like this knight is 134, 135, and mine is the DR1, so there's quite a bit of value there. Okay, so if you summon, let's just say 8 of 8, it's going to be a Gen 3. And Gen 3s, no one buys them. And you could, but you're going to be summoning first cost at 72 Joule. And that is fine. If you hit the Paladin, if you don't, you just break even. And if you don't hit the mining chance, then rip. you lose like half that value. But personally, I was really surprised that they are selling at that price because I think it's just I want to list it high because that's just what I do now. Because I used to just paper hand everything, and to be honest, I paper handed, and even if you do it right now, if you paper hand everything, odds are they won't sell quick, right? So I've listed it high. So if someone buys at that price, great. I realize more profits. But if they don't, I just lower it every 8 to 12 hours. Okay? Um, and I want to talk about this real quickly because I think it's a good piece of knowledge for those that are summoning with miners right now. Because if you can summon at 32 Joule cost, right, and sell it for 150, it really helps you offset. And let's duplicate it. I want to go over this pairing and how much I paid for it. 258 for the warrior and 298 for this one. I forgot to note it, but this one's a PJ level 4 uncommon. Okay. And you guys can fact check me if you guys want, but 258. The biggest thing about this calculation that was actually decently hard to calculate for me was it's over here. So my knight is an uncommon PJ, right? It has so much stats. It's great. And I was just cruising, right? Survivor. Let's just put in the miner. Sure, let's put in the knight and nothing else. Let's keep it pretty broad. There's only 3. Yeah, there's only 3. And, you know, I was just thinking if I sell it at, like, how low am I going to roll this guy down, right? That's a really, really important question because at this point, I kind of want to roll them down to like 3, maybe 2 of 10. I've been just selling them at 3 of 10 or 4 of 10. But this was such a nice pairing. And even if I hit a Paladin 1 of 1 or 2 of 2 or 3 of 3, it's a Gen 2. It's great. Without further ado, let's do the summon. First one was a common. This one we would love to see some color. If you mutate, oh my god, that would be that'd be insane. 36 Joule. Whoa. I'm lagging. One sec. Alright, let's do it again. Warrior and knight. 36 Joule. We'll send a default. Haven't done a summon in 2 days. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of off and took a day off. Here's a video I just watched recently. So I forget that. I learned this a long time ago, but I forgot that this is a thing that goes on in the human brain. So let's just say you play Valorant or you play DFK or you play anything. 7 days straight. You compare that performance with you playing 5 days and taking 2 days off, maybe every 2 or 3 days, you take 1 day break. The day that you take the break, your brain is reinforcing all the knowledge and the stuff that you've been learning. We hit a Paladin. Wow. Oh my god. I kind of needed this. I didn't need it. It's just, you know. Was that due for a mutation? Kind of. Wow. Okay. No one saw that. If we don't hit the minor, it'd be very sad. But what I was just trying to say is it's good to take a day break to reinforce the knowledge and really rethink about what you're doing. Because especially if the asset you're investing is lowing, is this worth it, right? Is it worth it to continue this? Or is it better to just liquidate all to USDC and wait for a better entry price, right? And I've sold probably, like I've took out more than my principal. Like my principal was around 10.5 thousand USDC. Shiny. Minor. Okay. Phew. It's always a little scary because that could happen. So for a 2x minor, very nice. Yeah, we have amazing genes. No mutations over here. Number 16. So if we go back, we mutated the background. Wow, 0 and 1 makes 16. I think it's the golden horns. Red horn and gray horn makes golden horn. And golden armor. Shiny. Oh my god. Wow. Vit is awesome. Luck backing it up is cool. Wisdom. Paladins are born with a lot of wisdom. So we made a perfect gardener, kind of, but this is great. We'll do a quick appraisal. Jeez. Wow. Okay. 5 of 5. Gen 2, not Gen 3. Big difference. Shiny uncommon. This one does have endurance. Hopefully no DR1. Wow, this is a pure. That's going to be hard to compete with. Mine is a Paladin Priest. Okay. Mine's a shiny. We'll probably need to start it at get 250. Actually, we'll do 255. Yep, that's fine. 255. And sorry, yes, I don't really quest. I do sometimes. Like if I just have nothing to do that day, I was gonna do it. To me, it's kind of tilting when I quest. Because I've got no eggs, and that's probably why, because I don't quest anymore. But for me, time in tavern over questing rewards. Sick. Great. That's isn't that an amazing way to close off this video? Wow. Okay, so we listed at 255. Wow. Well, we gotta put this in here. I mean, if we do end up selling it at 255, and this one actually did sell at 150. And this is if we just hit common. Yeah, we're gonna be pretty up on this one. Alright, I'm gonna have to hide that. Alright, love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Next video is gonna be about Crystal Veil, maybe another summon, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.